Hi guys, welcome back to my YouTube channel. So in today's video we are going to be learning how to cut and sew this beautiful trendy Ankara baggy pants. So guys, let's get right into the tutorial. So first of all, you're going to fold your fabric into two, and after that you're going to get the length of your baggy pants. Please make sure your baggy pants is very long, and I'm supposed to use length 41 inches for this particular person, but I'm using 44 inches. So I made sure to remove that part of the fabric and then check my length. I have 44 inches. So next I'm going to be getting my hip measurement divided by 4. So for this particular part you're going to be using hip 43. So 43 divided by 4, I'm going to do that with my tape. So I'm going to be using hip 43, can you see? So 43 divided by 4, you're going to do that with your tape, and you're going to place whatever you get from the folded part of your fabric, and you're going to go ahead and mark out. So 43, your hip divided by 4, you place from the folded part of the fabric and mark out, after which you're going to also place the same measurement from the upper part of your fabric and also mark out. So the same measurement you place from the folded part, you're also going to place it from the upper part and mark out. So after this, we are going to be getting a crotch. That is, you can use 1.5 inches or 2 inches depending on the measurement you're working for. So the original measurement of this person is hip 39, but because I want it to be a baggy pants, I used 43. So that is why I'm using 1.5 inches for the crotch, and you're going to divide your hip by 4 and by 20, and that is how you are going to get that's your crotch extension. Then you are going to come out by this 1.5 inches line by 0.25, and you're going to create your crotch. So mind you, whenever you're making baggy pants, you're going to add 5 to 6 inches to the main measurement. So this person is 38 and I'm using 43 for the hip measurement. So I'm going to come all the way down using that measurement from our crotch, the extension. We're going to bring that all the way down, straight down. Remember, we are making baggy pants. There is no way this pant is supposed to be fitted. So you're going to bring whatever you have on the crotch straight down. And remember that you are not going to be placing any waist measurement. You are going to be using our hip measurement for the waist, and then you are going to go ahead and cut out. So this is very simple, very easy to cut. So I'm just going to go ahead and cut out what you have. If you are new to this channel, thank you very much for stopping by. Please kindly hit on the subscribe button, also turn on notification bell so you get notified whenever we make videos. And if this is you're a returning subscriber, thank you very much for coming back. And if you have your questions and your thoughts, your contributions, you can drop that via the comment section. Please make sure to split up this folded part of your trouser. So next, you're also going to fold the fabric again for the back. For this back, we are going to make sure that it's a little bit longer than the front, because we are going to be extending, we are going to be having a little extension for the back. So that is why I joined that piece, that side on the top of the back. So I joined a little piece of fabric there because our normal fabric will not be enough. So you're going to place your front piece on top of your folded fabric for your back piece. You're going to place your front piece. Can you see my joining? I'll be showing you guys when I need the joining very soon. So place your fabric, and you are going to extend your lines, your crotch line, your hip line, the waistline. You are going to extend your lines. Extend your lines. So after extending your lines, you are going to get your waist to knee length. You're going to get your waist to knee length. For her, I have 22.5 inches. Sorry, 23 inches for the knee length. You're going to measure that on whoever that is going to wear the pants. And after that, you're going to start marking out your 1 inch allowance. So I marked out 1 inch from the waist. I marked out 1 inch from the hip line. I marked out 1 inch from the thigh line, and you're also going to mark out 1 inch from the knee length. So that is going to serve as your allowance. Remember, we did not add any allowance to the front piece of this trouser. All the allowance is going to the back piece. So after marking out, you are going to go ahead and place your measurement. So for the waist measurement, remember we are using our hip measurement, which is 43 inches. So we are going to divide that by 2. 43 inches divided by 2. So we are going to get 21.5 inches. We are going to get 21.5 inches. 43 inches divided by 2. You're going to get 21.5 inches. So you're going to take note of whatever you get. So I got 21.5 inches. So you're going to place your tape from the flap area to your marked out allowance. You're going to pin on the allowance and you're going to flip over your tape. Can you see? Pin on the allowance and flip over your tape to get your 21.5 inches. This is pretty simple to do. That is for the waist. So we are going to go ahead and do that for the hip. So we are going to be placing our hip measurement on this line. You're going to place your tape from the flap area, pin your 1 inch allowance and flip over your tape. Can you see? Very easy. And also going to get 21.5. Remember, it's our hip measurement. So on this crotch line, we are going to be putting our thigh measurement. Please make sure you measure the person's thigh. So the thigh we are going to be using here, you're going to place your tape, flip over, pin, flip over and get the thigh measurement. So the thigh we are going to be using here is 28 inches, and that is what I marked out. Remember, you are not going to be dividing your thigh measurement by anything. You are just going to use it as it is. Then for the knee, you are going to measure what you already have, the full what you already have. I have 26 inches, and you are going to do so for your knee. Remember, the only measurements you are dividing are the waist and for the hip. So you are going to bring down whatever you have for your knee down to your thigh. Most times it's always 2 inches as far as you use 1 inch allowance for the side. Then you are going to connect. You're going to connect your lines. You're going to connect your lines, and guys, our trouser is coming together. Can you see? This is super easy. You can do this in few seconds and get done with it. So for the upper part, from the upper part of the back piece, you're going to come up by 1 inch, and you're going to mark that out. So you're going to slant to your waist. It's either you come up by 1 inch or 1.5 inches, depending on whoever you're making the trouser for. So you see the way I slanted to the side of the waist, and then you're going to connect. Can you see? Please make sure you do this so your trouser does not keep going down wherever at the back, wherever you wear it. So after this, you're going to go ahead and cut out. So we are done with the back piece of our trouser as it stands now. Go ahead and cut out. Go ahead and cut out. After doing that, you're also going to split the folded part of the trouser. You're also going to split that. And guys, our front and back pieces are ready. Can you see why I joined my joining at the upper piece of the back? So we're going to go ahead and cut our pocket. So I already have this pattern after cutting my back piece, so I'm just going to go ahead and use that to cut one of the pockets. Remember, it's going to be 2 pairs. So I just placed my hand as a template and I marked it out. I like my pocket curving downwards, so that is where I normally place my hand inside. So I'm going to go ahead and cut this out. Go ahead and cut this out, and I'm going to go ahead and fold so I can get the second pair of pockets. Get the second pair of pockets. And our pockets already, so we are going to go ahead and start joining. We are going to join that flap. Can you see this area I marked out now? That is where we are going to join for both the front piece and the back piece. And guys, we are done joining for the front piece and the back piece, and this is what it looks like. Can you see? This is the front piece on top. So we are going to go ahead and start sewing. So we are going to sew 1 inch down for both sides. Let's just go straight to the sewing machine so you can see what I mean. So you're going to go ahead and sew 1 inch down, giving 1 inch allowance. Remember, we gave 1 inch allowance. So you're going to sew 1 inch down for this side, and we're also going to sew 1 inch down for the other side. After which we are going to go ahead and attach our pockets. I like attaching my pocket at this point. You can do it whichever way you know best or you like best. So this is the best way for me to attach my pocket. So I'll go ahead and check the pocket where it's facing. Remember, I told you I like my pocket facing down, and like this is facing down. So I'm going to go ahead and open up the side of my trouser. Remember, I joined 1 inch down. Open up the side and place one of the pockets front facing front of fabric, facing front of fabric. I'm going to go up a little bit from the 1 inch, and then I'm going to place it and sew by the side. This is one of the pair of the pockets. So I've sewn one side. I'm going to go ahead and sew the other side. Go ahead and sew this other side. Can you see front facing front on this other piece? Going to go ahead and also sew. Can you see? By the time you turn, can you see what we have? The pockets almost ready, front facing front. So you're going to come back and you're going to start from where you stopped your 1 inch, and you're going to sew the pocket round, all the way round. Sew the pocket all the way round, all the way round. All the way round. And you're going to come down. Can you see? I've done sewing one side of this trouser. Can you see what it looks like? Can you see? So we're going to go ahead and do the same for the other side. Get your pocket, make sure it's facing down. Then you're going to place one piece facing front, and you're going to sew the side. After which you're going to go ahead and sew the other pockets. are done sewing the pockets, and this is what we have. So we go ahead and continue sewing. So you're going to sew from that point you ended your 1 inch all the way around the pockets and all the way down. All the way down. So after sewing, we are done sewing that part. So we are going to go ahead and close the center, that is the crotch area. So we are going to start from the center of the crotch, and we are going to sew one side. So from the center, you're going to sew all the way down for one side, and you're going to come back and sew from the center to all the way down the second side, the other side. After which we are going to go ahead and fold the leg of our trousers. You're going to go ahead and fold the hem. Fold the hem. So after folding the hem, you're going to get your band. So I cut out the 2 inches band. You can also use 2.5 inches. I decided to use 2 inches for this particular trouser, and I used a 1.5 inch elastic, 1.5 inches elastic. So I'm going to go ahead and join. So for my band, I'm going to join directly on the Ankara, on the fabric. So I'm going to give a space. I'm not going to start joining immediately. I'm going to give a little space, and I'm going to sew all the way around till I come back to the starting point. So you're going to sew all the way around, all the way around, all the way around till you come back to your starting point. All the way around. And then you're going to check and you're going to cut out the excess. Remember, I left out where the allowance I'm going to use to join both bands. So this is me joining. You're going to open it up and join straight up. So I opened up my band to join. Please don't join folded. Open it up while joining. Can you see? So I'm going to, can you see what it looks like now? So that means the inside is open. The inside is open all the way around. So I'm going to go ahead and fix this elastic band. So the original waist is 29 inches, but I'm going to be using 24 inches. And you're going to use your safety pin to do this. So guys, I thought a very simple hack for this set for placing your bands. So if you do only safety pin to place your bands, it might open along the way. So guys, if you place your safety pin, you're going to use masking tape or any tape, preferably masking tape, to secure the head of your safety pin. So this is going to help your safety pin not to open halfway inserting your band. So this is a hack I've been using for years, and it's working for me. If you secure the head of your safety pin with a tape. You are going to have it that way till you're done going around your band. But sometimes if you just use only your safety pin, maybe halfway your pin is just going to open up inside the band and might get stuck. So this is me, I am done. Can you see? Very nice. So you open up your tape and go ahead and join your band. So this is how I join my band. I place one on top one and I stitch severally. I place one of the band on top of one and I stitch severally. I make several stitches on it. Can you see? Very tight, very firm. So you're going to go ahead and insert all the band, and this is what we have. So next you're going to be closing up that part that you left open. Close up the part that you left open. This is beautiful. Can you see? So we are going to go ahead and sew across the band. So we are going to be sewing 2 lines across the band. This is for us to secure the part that we are going to be placing our rope. So you are going to place your fabric and then you are going to sew. While sewing, you are going to go ahead and be stretching. You are going to be stretching it while sewing. So you sew all the way around. So this is going to be an upper part of your band. You sew all the way around. Maybe you can use a half-inch allowance for that. Half-inch allowance for that. And then you're also going to come down and sew. You can give a 1-inch allowance so that your rope can pass, and then you sew. Can you see? So, and this is what we have, guys. Can you see? This is what we have. So next is to impute our rope. I've already sewn this rope. There's no need showing you guys where I was sewing rope. So remember to secure the head of your pin. Remember to secure the head of your pin, and you're going to look for the front, for the center front. Can you see? I was looking for the center front of this trouser, and that is center front. You're going to just give it a small cut, and you're going to go ahead and pass your rope from that channel. So you're going to pass your rope all the way round. Pass your rope all the way round. And guys, this is what we have. Can you see our pants? This is very beautiful, very easy, very quick to make. Please don't forget to give this video a thumbs up. If you have not subscribed, please kindly subscribe, comment, like and share. Bye.